Oh, shit. We got another episode, guys.
This is a special one. It's going to be a little different.
A little different, but this is going to be one of our preview episodes, so it's going to be good.
So before you watch AEW All In this Sunday, make sure you watch this video because this video is going to break down every match that we know of so far. And we will be able to tell you who is going to win because we are always right.
Yeah, unless it's Willow. But yeah, we are normally always right.
Unless it's Willow. That's fine. So welcome everyone to a very special edition of Off the Top Rope.
Hell yeah. The all-in special.
Woo! Like Prophet talked about, it's all in today. So if you don't, we going all in, and we're actually gonna start from 0 hour. So what we're gonna be doing is we will be telling you what the match is. We're gonna break down the story as we do because at this point it has been known that we are one of the few podcasts that actually understands these stories and is able to break them down in a proper way. Cough, cough. And then we will decide who we think is going to win. We could make it a competition, but we won't because, again, we're always right. So we'll just figure out how we're going to do this as we go.
Okay. Let's do it.
So the first match that we're going to be going over is the 0 hour match between Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway, my GOAT, versus Willow Nightingale and Tomohiro Ishii. For those who don't know how this match came about, this is a feud between Willow and Chris. At Double or Nothing in Las Vegas, Chris Statlander betrayed Willow after Willow lost her TBS title unjustly, I might add, against Mercedes Mone. And they have been in a little bit of a feud since. So the winner of this match will actually be able to choose the stipulation for Chris and Willow's CMLL Women's World Championship match at All Out in 2 weeks.
Oh, man.
Who you got?
Who do I got? I could go with the title. See, I'm going to go a little different today. I normally will, go with what the logical pick is, but I'm going to go with the illogical.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go Chris Stat and Stokely Hathaway, and I'm going to tell you the reason why.
Oh,
I got reasons, man. I got reasons.
I'm ready.
Okay. So the reason for this is I wouldn't say Willow and Tomohiro Ishii like 100%, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why I say Chris Stat and Stokely is because the winning team gets to choose the stipulation.
Yeah.
And I feel like in those types of those types of deals, the heel team usually always picks the most fucked up stipulation. So they're going to go for the heel team and they're going to do something like a cage match or something crazy.
Right.
So I'm going to lock it in right now. Chris Stat and Stokely.
Ooh, okay. Now, what do I think? This is actually a really hard one for me, honestly. Because logically, right? You said it. Logically, it makes the most sense for Willow and Big Tom, Tomohiro Ishii, to win this match.
Yes.
Right? We do know Willow is a psychopath. So if she were to win this match, she would also pick something insane. But Chris just got the win. I think it would be a good idea for Chris to get the win again. And what I need to see happen is I need to see Big Stoke pin Ishii.
Big Stoke can do it, man. Get it, Big Stoke.
So for no reason other than my own insanity, I will also choose Chris and Stokely.
Oh, oh my.
And we can be completely off base on this. We don't know because we have been. This is really Willow and Chris are the only thing we've been wrong about this entire podcast.
Yes,
because they can be logically. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to say one of these times I'm going to put Chris Statlander is going to be right. It's this time.
Is this time? Watch it be Willow. Well, because we said it. It's logical for Willow and Tomohiro Ishii to win, but no. You know what? Sticking with it. It's locked in.
It's locked in. Are you sure?
No, locked in. I'm not switching. Right, I'm not switching.
Okay. All right.
So that is the only 0 Hour match. For those who don't know, 0 Hour is basically like a pre-show. 0 Hour at the pre-show is usually free. Definitely make sure if you are going to be watching the show, definitely check it out. I know I sound like I'm pushing for people to watch Allin, because you should, because it's going to be a really good show. So just be prepared for me to like do that a little bit. So one day, maybe Tony Khan and everyone can hear what we're talking about and give us a little flight, maybe to, Forbidden Door in London. Who knows? I don't know.
See your boys there.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah. So now we're going to move on to the main card. We don't have the actual order for the main card, so we're just going to kind of be going as we go. So we're going to start with the Casino Gauntlet match. The winner of the gauntlet gets a future AEW World Championship match. It didn't say anytime. I looked just to make sure. It didn't say anytime, so I'm not sure what is going to happen, but I think whoever wins the gauntlet is probably going to face the winner of Swerve and Danielson at All Out, which let's talk about that a little bit later because I have a couple ideas.
Okay.
Oh, really quick to explain what the Casino Gauntlet is, because people are gonna say it's like Royal Rumble.
No,
it kind of is, but it really isn't. So how the Casino Gauntlet works is like the Royal Rumble. You get two people to come out and start. We know the first person to start, I believe, was who won that? It was Orange Cassidy that won the right. We talked about that on podcast.
Yep, Orange.
Yeah, so Orange is gonna be first. We don't know who's gonna be second. And we actually don't know how many people are going to be involved in the match. How they explain the match is it's pinfall submission. First one to get it wins. So realistically, the first two people out there could end the match before a third person comes out. That's what's exciting about the Casino Gauntlet. This will be the third one. Funny enough, the only person to win the Casino Gauntlet so far is Will Ospreay. He's won the first two. He's not going to be in this match. At least I don't think he is. Who knows? But yeah. Profit.
Okay. So, okay. Again, this is one of those logical ones, and I'm going to pick illogically, okay?
Uh-huh.
Logically, we already know who's going to win this match.
That's who I'm going to pick, yep.
Hangman Adam Page.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? No. See, you know what? Look. It's Hangman Adam Page. I know this 100%. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
Because, literally, he's going around beating up people backstage that say they're in the gauntlet.
Yeah, he is.
The second they find out, Evil Uno, hey, yeah, I just talked to Tony Khan. I'm in the gauntlet. And while he's talking to Renee, he picks up a chair and just beats the shit out of him.
That was his friend, too. The one who helped him with the Elite.
Yeah. He just beat the shit out of him. He's like, no one's getting in my way of getting what I want, and that's from Swerve.
Psychopath.
So, I know, in the heart of hearts, I know the main character's going to win.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean I can't pick that wild card. I'm not going to this time. Hangman Adam Page, of course. So the funny thing is this right here. So if Hangman doesn't win, it kind of will give you an idea who's going to win Danielson Swerve.
That's true.
So if Hangman, so that's the thing to watch out for, whether or not Hangman wins. If he wins, you kind of have an idea who's going to win Swerve and Bryan Danielson. So it's going to be interesting. But if I was an illogical asshole, I'd pick Ricochet right now. But because the boy is in London, just so happens. But yeah, no, it's Hangman Adam Page.
You know what the crazy thing about this match is?
What's that?
Hangman also has history with Danielson. So realistically, if for whatever, I'm not gonna say for whatever reason, because we don't know, if Danielson wins this match, it is also very possible to get like a little thing between Hangman and Danielson, but that doesn't make sense right now. Right now, Hangman's only focused on one man, and that is the AEW World Champion, Swerve Strickland.
Yeah. He only wants to beat up Swerve. That's it. He doesn't care about anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
He just wants to ruin them.
And AEW made fully sure to let us know that Hangman is in the gauntlet on Dynamite. So, yep. I mean, this definitely feels like Hangman's to win. But for the sake of just doing it, I am going to pick the field.
You're gonna do it. The field?
The
field.
Is
the field?
The field. So, I have on our like little drop down that I have in this document, I have Hangman, Ricochet, Orange Cassidy, Rod Strong in the field. The field is literally anyone else that's not those four.
Okay.
Not. I'm kidding. I'm actually gonna pick Hangman. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
This doesn't make any sense. This is Hangman's match to win. I will be surprised if he doesn't win it. But either way, I think whatever happens after this, we're getting Swerve Hangman no matter what.
Yeah.
This is just the easiest way to do it. There are convoluted ways to do it for sure. But realistically, Hangman wins this. Swerve wins the main event. Danielson retires because his daughter hates us and wrestling. And, yeah, we get them at All Out.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But, when we get there, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk more about it. There's a big conversation to have around that match, actually, which we will get to.
Yeah. So this next one.
Mm-hmm.
The one that should be on 0 Hour.
Oh, yeah, it should.
So this is for the FTW Championship. It's Chris Jericho versus Hook. Call Hook. So, okay, like a little bit of backstory for this match. Originally, when Chris Jericho was starting, I think it was a little bit before he started being the learning tree, he took Hook under his wing. And as he took Hook under his wing, Hook was tagging with him and stuff like that. Kind of didn't agree with a lot of shit Jericho did. And then Hook was like, "Nah, I'm good." And there was at one point where Samoa Joe was like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing, man?" He's like, "No, you don't roll with Jericho. You roll with me." I mean, I'd roll with Samoa Joe,
Hell yeah, man.
Samoa Joe and Shibata. I mean, come on.
Yeah, no question.
So he instead of learning from Jericho, he started learning from Samoa Joe and Shibata, and Jericho got pissed, and after that he formed a learning tree and got Big Bill and Brian Keith,
mm-hmm.
and then they started feuding a whole lot with Hook, Joe, Shibata, and it was a big thing for a while, and then Jericho and the Learning Tree took out everybody. So they took out Joe. He's out. They took out Shibata for a little bit, and Shibata got a little bit of revenge. And then Jericho threw a fireball at Hook, which is why you see him with the eye patch. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So now, Hook has come back, and in his promo, I think it was the week before, it was like last week, he challenged Jericho to a match at Wembley. Jericho, of course, accepted, and he gave him stipulations and all that good stuff. I think he's fighting Big Bill on Collision.
Yeah, I think so.
So he had to fight Big Bill first. So yeah, that's the lead up. Tomorrow, there, it's Hook and Big Bill, and then it's going to be Jericho and Hook. And this is kind of an easy one.
Yeah, it is.
It's going to be Hook. Like, I'm going to lock this shit in right now. Hook. Mm-hmm. you might get like, because the learning tree is going to try to interrupt. There's going to be some people that are back in Hook, like Shibata might show up and help him out, fight off, Big Bill and what's his name? Brian Keith. And yeah, I feel like it's a pretty straightforward match. I think Hook's going to win.
I can see Samoa Joe coming back for this. Like his return is at Wembley to help Hook win the title.
That really depends on if he's done filming Twisted Metal.
Yeah. I hope he is. I would like to. I kind of miss I miss seeing Samoa Joe on my TV screen.
Man, look, if you guys haven't seen Twisted Metal, I advise you to watch that show. That show's fucking good.
I actually still need to watch it. I still haven't watched it. At this point, I'm just gonna wait for season 2 to be done. So maybe next year I'll just binge 1 and 2.
It was good. It's good. It's like Anthony Mackie at the best.
But yeah, Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, but yeah, Hook.
Yeah, I also locked in Hook. I am very ready for this to be over. A thing with Jericho in his feuds, especially since COVID, since around 2020, they all go too long. We didn't need this to go all the way to Wembley. Chris Jericho needed a match at Wembley, for sure. He had the match with Ospreay last year. That match was fantastic. Hook, I think he should be more on the pre-show. I think Chris and Willow should be on the main card, but whatever. Hook's gonna win this. Let's move on. Let's get them to do different things, and let's figure out what to do with the FCW title, because at this point, I know it's a rogue title, but we need to figure this out.
Yeah, well, I think you're going to get... I honestly think he's on his way out. I think he's going to get it, and then he's going to be on NXT. That's my opinion.
Yeah, possible.
He's going to get it, take the... be like, hey, the title will never come back, and that's it.
I can see it happening. That's fine.
And man, as we're talking about this, my friend Chuck sends me a video on Instagram of this guy in a wrestling match. Tosses a dude off of the top of a steel cage and through glass.
Ooh.
It's supposed to be glass on top of a table. No, the dude just went through the fucking glass. Jesus Christ.
Pulled the Darby? Darby did that with Sting. Oh, God.
It's not Darby. It's some other guy.
Oh, no, I'm saying he pulled the Darby.
Yeah, he pulled the Darby, but worse.
Ugh. I can't.
It looks like an old CZW. That's what it looks like. But God damn.
I can't do it. We talked about it before. I'm not super hardcore. Maybe that's probably not deathmatch, but I'm not really into the super hardcore. I'm good. Next up, we have a London, which I put Lunder. I don't know why I did that. I need to fix that later. A London ladder match for the AEW World Trios titles. It's a 4-way between the Patriarchy, which consists of Christian Cage, Killswitch, Luchasaurus, and Nick Wayne, versus the Bang Bang Gang, Bullet Club Gold, which is Juice Robinson, Austin and Colton Gunn, the Guns, House of Black, which Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews, versus a team that will be decided on Collision. And that team is Claudio, Wheeler Yuta, and hashtag what about Pac?
Hey, they didn't forget about him today.
They put him with the BCC, so get him in Wembley.
They got him in Wembley.
The story of this match, it's actually kind of a simple one. Bullet Club Gold, the Bang Bang Gang, they were the World Trios champions before, but instead of Juice Robinson, it was Jay White. Jay White suffered an injury. They say it was at the hands of Christian Cage. I think it was during the match before that. It doesn't really matter at this point. So Bullet Club Gold had to relinquish the Trios titles, and after a match between the Bang Bang Gang and the Patriarchy took the Trios titles, and they are currently the champions. House of Black showed up because the Patriarchy also kind of had problems with House of Black. They injured Buddy Matthews for a little while, injured, quote unquote, and yeah, he was gone for about a month. They're all back now. They want the Trios titles, and they decided Christopher Daniels decided to have a fourth team compete on Collision, and it was Claudio, Wheeler Yuta, and Pac versus Top Flight and Leo Rush. I haven't watched the match yet. I flew to London, or not London, I flew to Wales to watch this match. I came back to get Prophet the news to let him know that his boy is going to Wembley.
Going to Wembley, man.
Going to Wembley.
Thank goodness.
Prophet, I feel like I know you're going to pick, because if you don't pick him, oh no, but who you got?
Who do I got?
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Let's just break this down a little. I almost feel like there's no way the Patriarchy is going to lose.
Oh, okay.
They've had the title for how long? Like, maybe like 2 months?
Maybe.
Like, or less, right? So, I don't know. Like, they might. Huh. But, you know, I'm gonna go like, okay. Bang Bang Gang. No. I feel like the way they've been building them up, I feel like it's going to be the House of Black again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they're really fucking cool. I really think it's probably going to be the House of Black again. Even though I think the Patriarchy is going to win, I think like other part of me is like, nah, the House of Black's going to win. Like they're almost the guarantee. They were probably going to win. Before they were probably going to win before the Patriarchy got it. So I feel like I'm gonna do it right now.
Mm-hmm.
House of Black
Locked in.
That's locked in, man.
You didn't pick your boy.
Oh no. I see. See, if it was Big Sat though, I would have had to pick Big Sat every time.
Well, if they put Big Sat in this match, but Big Sat by himself would just be able to jump up and grab the Trios titles. You know what I mean? That's Big Sat.
Yeah, Big Sat. But you know, Pac is like, I'm glad they didn't forget about him. But I no. Maybe if it was a singles match, I go for Pac. But in a trios thing with a made up team, I don't think Pac's winning. I'm going House of Black.
You know what's funny about that? That's what I'm picking.
You're picking that team.
I'm picking that team. Yeah, I'm locking in with Claudio, Wheeler, and Pac. BCC plus Pac.
So you're going with that WWE. You're going with the WWE pick.
This would not be the first time AEW has put the titles on a makeshift team. It would be the first time in the Trios division, but it would not be the first time. A lot of the AEW Tag Team Champions were makeshift teams. Swerve and Our Glory, makeshift. They were together for like maybe a month. Potentially the greatest tag team champions AEW has had, which might be a controversial opinion, in my opinion, is Hangman Page and Kenny Omega.
Well, they're kind of they were under the Elite though.
They were under the Elite, but they were makeshift. They weren't really working together. Like they were here and there, but realistically, makeshift-ish.
Yeah, ish.
Ricky Starks and Big Bill Arguably the worst.
That was yeah, that was for sure a different one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But that's why I think Claudio, Wheeler Yuta, and Pac are going to win this match. Plus, remember, Claudio and Pac has some history. So this could like play into some shit. You know what I mean? And again, with the potential of Danielson leaving, with him retiring, that's looming over this whole card at this point, to be completely honest. They might need to change it to BCC because Moxley might come back at some point. We don't know when. He's doing his thing, having a vacation. He deserves his vacation. He deserves his time off. Letting him do his thing. But they might need to change up the BCC a little bit. And I'm not saying Pac's going to join the BCC, but it would be interesting to see how Claudio and Pac specifically work together as trios champions. Are they going to win? Probably not. That's my pick, though.
Okay. Hey. You know, we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Realistically, the patriarchy. But you know.
Yeah, no. Like, I feel like here's the other thing I feel like with the patriarchy, though. Because Christian Cage already said he's just getting into his title so he can step up and then take another championship, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I could see them losing and him going for more singles titles. I could see them like literally unleashing Nick Wayne because that's what it looks like is about to happen.
That would be dope. This could potentially be a place where the patriarchy kind of like splits a little bit.
Yeah,
because you talked about it like last week, 2 weeks ago, whenever that collision thing happened, where Killswitch Luchasaurus grabbed Christian and he was about to do something before I think it was House of Black came out. So you know, it's potential.
Like I feel like. You know, here's a little. I'm not gonna say it's a prediction. It might happen.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I don't know. But mid-match, Killswitch might get pissed off at Christian Cage, like choke slam him off the ladder or something.
Yeah,
and leave.
That's a possibility.
Like completely take out the patriarchy. He could take out Christian and Nick Wayne, right, and leave. You ain't stopping Killswitch.
That could be a feud by itself. Like Killswitch leaves the patriarchy, and it's just Christian Cage, Nick Wayne, and Mother Wayne, and they have a feud together against who would be Luchasaurus again.
Yeah,
that's interesting. You know what? Yeah, I thinking of like that. I think it's time for them to for Luchasaurus to break away from anyway. So I think they're gonna lose this.
Okay, I got another one. Malachi Black blows the black mist on on Killswitch.
Ooh.
He's already like pissed off, and usually when they get the black mist on them, they go for the innermost what is it, innermost desires or whatever, right?
Yeah, they get more aggressive for sure.
So I could see him doing that to Killswitch, and Killswitch just going nuts and fucking up the patriarchy.
And just to talk about them, because we talked about every other team, Bullet Club Gold, right now, I feel like they have the least potential to win this match. Not because they don't deserve it, not because they're not a good trio, but I think they're missing Jay White right now, real bad. And I don't think those three are gonna, at least maybe not now. Once Jay White comes back, they can be trios champions. Then Jay White can get like the international or some title, because at this point Jay fucking White should be a goddamn singles champion. But I'm not gonna get mad about it. I'm not here to get mad tonight. Yeah, I think the Bang Bang Gang, the Bullet Club Gold, has the least chance to win this one, in my opinion. What do you think?
I think so, but at the same time, I think they have an equal chance with the House of Black, and here's why. So I feel like Jay White's going to appear in Wembley. Ain't no way he's missing it.
Okay.
But if the Bang Bang Gang win, right, that frees up Jay White now to do all singles stuff.
That is true.
To become a singles champion. He can become the TNT champion. He can become the world champion. He can become the international champion. He can become whatever champion he wants. He could get all the belts. Fuck it. He's that good.
Yeah.
Right? So I feel like even if the Bang Bang game, like, they can win and, you know, still be a group, still be a crew, have Jay White, but he's just going to focus on singles. He's going to be like, hey, guys, it's my time to now focus on some singles gold. And you guys focus on, you know, keeping the trios titles with the Bang Bang gang. I'm going to go get some gold so we all have gold. I can see that happening.
Hell yeah. I don't think they're winning in London though, but you're right. I kind of made the same point too. Like, I think at some point the rest of the Bullet Club gold, they need something to do so Jay White can go do his own thing and just be a singles champion, cuz it's past due. Even if it's not like a world championship, that's fine. He definitely should be. He would be a fantastic international champion.
Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Bro, that title is just like meant for him. And people know, if you listen to the show, I am very critical of whatever I watch. I'm not really blind follow, stuff like that. They need to do something with Jay White. It's been too long. They've had him for too long, and they don't know what to do with him. And it is, once he comes back, it is time to do something with him. He had a great Continental Classic showing. After that whole MJF debacle, which I'm not going to talk about right now. Actually, we might talk about later. Jay White, he needs a singles championship, or at least a good singles run. It's time.
Yeah. I think he'll get he's gonna get a singles title.
Mm-hmm.
I can also see Austin and Colton going back to doing just regular tag team matches.
That would be fun. I really like them as a tag team right now. The Guns.
Yeah. I'll admit I didn't like them at first.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was that, what was it? Right around when they lost. No, not even then. It was when they formed up with Jay White. That's when I started liking.
That makes sense.
Around that time, they were getting better at that, up to that point. But there was some of maybe it was the feud with the Acclaimed that I didn't like them.
Oh,
at that point. But after that, after they broke away from that, and then they started like really getting in and doing their stuff on their own and getting getting all the character and everything down, that's when I started getting into, the Guns.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I started liking them a lot. And then when they joined up with Jay White just brings crazy out of people. So yeah, it's just, it was like a perfect fit.
Yeah, it was. Fuck, I miss Jay White, man. God damn it.
If he's not there this weekend, they got to bring Cardboard Jay, man.
Something. If he's not here, I think he's for sure gonna be at All Out. Like, if he's not here, we'll get him in Chicago.
Well, apparently he was at Dynamite.
Oh, he was? Oh, was it for like a... That means he must have been there for like a medical check.
Yep.
Do you know if he was cleared? Did they not say?
I don't think they didn't say.
God damn wrestling media. Y'all have one job.
So more than likely we'll find out Sunday.
God, I hope he's back.
There's no way he's cleared and he's not wrestling. Like, he'll probably join the gauntlet.
Yeah. That would change. You know what? That wouldn't change anything for me. But yeah. I think we'll move on. To the match that, funny enough, I am the least excited for. the AEW World Tag Team Championship match between the champions, the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, FTR, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler versus the Acclaimed, Anthony Bowens, Max Caster. 3-way for the tag titles that not many people wanted. To get into the story, once the Bucks won the World Tag Team Championships a couple months ago, they've just been kind of stagnant. They've been in a lot of hardcore matches against like Team AEW. Both FCR and the Acclaimed at one point represented Team AEW against the Young Bucks. FTR in the Anarchy Arena where they lost to the Elite. The Acclaimed in Blood and Guts where they helped beat the Elite.
Yeah.
The Acclaimed were able to beat the Young Bucks in a world title eliminator to get a shot at the World Tag Team Championships. FTR decided to hop in there and say that they wanted to be in there, and they were making their road to Wembley, which kind of had beef between the Acclaimed and FTR. We got a couple matches. Eventually, we've talked about them on the podcast. If you haven't listened to our podcast before, definitely make sure you do. After a bunch of no DQs and draws for a week, it was decided that we were going to get a 3-way match for the World Tag Team titles. That's the story. Prophet, who you got in this shit match?
Let's see.
I know my choice, but I will wait.
FTR. there's no like, yeah. No, I think FTR wins again at Wembley. They beat the Bucks and the Acclaimed, and then the very next week they start defending it every week on TV.
That's the hope.
Yeah, that's the hope. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be the Acclaimed, but I'm not picking them. I refuse.
So, go ahead. Sorry. I thought you were done. Go ahead.
So it was either the Young Bucks or FTR, and at that point, it's who I would rather see as the champion. So it's like FTR.
So I took a second to put a new thing on mine, and I hope they all lose. That's my. I know people can't see it. I literally just typed that in our document. It's there. I'm gonna do this for the sake of being different, to be honest, because I really don't care who wins this. As much as this is gonna sound really weird, but as much as I don't want them to be champions anymore, I think somehow the Young Bucks are gonna cheat to win, and they're gonna come out of this champion still.
Yeah.
I hate that I'm saying this about the Bucks, but I don't know why they decided to do this way. Like, I get that they're the EVPs, I get that they're the villains in this whole situation, but they were the villains before, and they were still wrestling like every other week when they were tag team champions, when they were doing the Elite with Kenny, when Kenny was a world champion.
Right.
So I don't fully understand why they decided just to do like a Elite versus AEW thing and not defend the titles. Because realistically, at this point, they might have defended the titles one time. Maybe.
Not twice, at least.
If not twice. Like, we know for sure they defended against Acclaimed, and that was a no DQ finish. Or that was a DQ finish, I mean.
No DQ finish.
I don't know who. FTR will probably be good, but the problem with FTR was when they were champions, when they were World Tag Team Champions, they stayed on Collision. They didn't take those titles anywhere else. And we had great matches on Collision for sure, but that was at a time where everything kind of felt split, and you kind of need your titles to be represented on your flagship show. Like, this isn't like a brand split thing where they have two sets of titles. The tag team titles should have been on Dynamite when they had them. In the Acclaimed, where do I even start on the Acclaimed? I'm ready for Bowens to be a singles wrestler. Straight up.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. I don't think they should be winning the titles right now. I thought that they were okay as World Tag Team Champions before when they won it, but they also kind of, we've talked about it before. They cut down Swerve and Keith Lee's thing, which hindsight being 2020 was probably for the best, but it felt like at the time, while you're in the thick of it, it felt like Swerve and Keith Lee had the potential to be like one of the greatest World Tag Team Champions of all time, and we just kind of got that cut short. And again, hindsight 2020 probably wasn't going to happen that way, but always could have that bias.
Yeah, hindsight 2020, like it was it was good for Swerve to get out of that, and shit, they couldn't even finish the feud because unfortunately Keith Lee's health has not been good, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he caught COVID while he was in WWE, like not been good after that, right?
Yeah.
So, as much as I, fucking love Keith Lee and I want him to be in the ring and wrecking people, because there's like literally 2 or 3 championships he could have right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for Swerve, it would just held Swerve back, unfortunately.
We actually almost got to that point, right? Like you just said it. We were supposed to have a match between Swerve and Keith Lee at a pay-per-view. I forget which pay-per-view it was last year. But Keith Lee couldn't make it, and Swerve had to wrestle Dustin Rhodes. And no disrespect to Dustin, but it was just, we had been building up that Swerve and Keith Lee match for so long, and we haven't even seen Keith Lee since then. Like, it's been damn near a year, almost. Like, maybe 2 months off of that. But yeah, it ended up working better for Swerve. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
I think we can move on. We didn't really talk about the tag teams really too much. But I think we can move on. Okay. Next up is the Coffin match for the TNT Championship, which is between Jack Perry and Darby Allin. This story is very simple. Jack Perry and Darby Allin fucking hate each other. Yes. Darby has set Jack on fire. Jack has been in the ring when Darby got super kicked with tacks. These two just do not like each other, and they are going to beat the shit out of each other in a coffin match. And if you don't know what a coffin match is, it's literally there are coffins in the ring, and you put your opponent in one and close it. So you have to beat the shit out of them enough to where they are passed out and they can be closed in the casket to win the match.
Yep.
Prophet, who you got?
Oh, this is as much as much as I like Darby Allin. No way Jack Perry's losing it.
Agreed.
No damn.
Agreed.
Like, look, I'm gonna lock this shit in right now. That's how confident I am. Jack Perry's winning. It's gonna be a damn good match, though. They're gonna beat the living shit out of each other.
Yeah, they are.
But Jack Perry winning.
I have to agree with you. Yeah, I'm just gonna lock it in immediately. I don't think I have to even think about it too much. This is definitely Jack's match to win. I think Jack Perry in a faction with Nicholas and Matthew Jackson, the Young Bucks, and Kazuchika Okada, one of the greatest wrestlers on the planet. Somehow, Jack Perry is the best champion out of those four. I don't think his championship reign should end anytime soon. I think he's been doing really great things with the TNT Championship. Has he not wrestled a lot either? Yes, for sure. But his vignettes have been really good. You see him on TV more often. He's the one who takes a lot of the damage for the Elite. Jack's winning this.
Yeah, Jack Perry win it. Mm-hmm. And that whole feud has been fantastic so far. So yeah,
it has. I don't think we have to go too far into it because it's a very simple match. But those two, AEW has a very bright future as long as those two stick around and they stay in AEW and they're doing their thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Like they have a bright future, like with all of their young talent and just like the rest of the talent paving the way, right? And unlike these other channels and other shows saying that they don't have a TV deal. If I had a camera right now, you see me staring at it sarcastically. They do have a TV deal, fuckers, and those guys are going to be leading the way as the company flourishes and gets, even bigger.
Yep.
And you got a lot of great talent just leading the helm right now, and that's what you need. And they're building, counter to what other people say, they are building young stars.
AEW has they have Jack Perry, Darby Allin. If you want to go under 33, they have Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland, who is, we've talked about him a couple times through here now. Swerve is just on another level right now. They have MJF.
Yep.
Toni Storm is, I think, under 33 also. Mariah May is under 33. Who else? Hangman is under 33. Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale, under 33. They have, AEW has a very bright future. And it's very dumb for people. You don't have to like AEW. That's fine. It doesn't have to be for you. Stop lying about the shit. Just either stop talking about it because we know you don't watch it, or watch it and figure it out. Either way, shut the fuck up. It's over.
Stop lying for clicks, guys.
Exactly. Stop. It's not worth it. That 35-cent check from Elon ain't worth shit. You ain't gonna get nothing for it.
Yeah, and your thing from YouTube ain't gonna get you paid either.
Exactly.
Just for 83 weeks. Oh wait, who?
Oh shit, we're about to talk shit about him pretty soon too.
No, wait. No, I'll wait. I'll wait.
Shit, just wait till that deal. Wait till that deal gets announced.
Once it's announced, I'm going in.
But that's for a future time. We can go over to our next match.
Okay, so our next match, Mercedes Mone versus Britt Baker. Of course, Mercedes is the champion. She's the champ right now with the TBS and the NJPW Women's Strong title. So this is another one of those. It's real simple feud, right? Mercedes Mone, she's the champion. And really, like when the whole thing started when Britt Baker came back, and was telling about why she was gone for so long, and hey, now that she's back and she's going to be going back in contention for a title. Well, Mercedes Mone came out while she was doing her thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when the feud started ever since. So Britt Baker, is like, hey, I'm going to challenge you for the TBS championship. Since the TBS championship, you can literally anybody can challenge for it. So there's no ranking system for the TBS championship. It's literally like, hey, I want to challenge you for that title. It's literally like an open challenge title.
Mm-hmm.
Mercedes is more like, hey, you don't got a shot. You don't have any shot. No, I'm not going to defend it. And eventually, you know, higher up steps in is like, no, Britt Baker is going to get a shot at the title. And pretty much here we are. They had this contract signing this week where I thought fucking Camille got for a second there the way after she did that splash and the way she landed on Camille. I thought Camille got hurt for a second.
Yeah.
In those heels. I was like, oh shit. And then she got up, she was just fine. I was like, oh thank God. But no, like yeah, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and lock in mine. There's gonna be Mercedes Mone. She ain't losing.
Might as well just lock me in mine too, bro. Because
oh yeah, I'm gonna lock yours in.
Yeah,
too.
go ahead.
Like,
just take it.
There we go.
Yeah.
Mercedes ain't losing that.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no damn way. Like, ain't no logical way that she should lose to Britt Baker.
Nope.
Zero. Like, no. I don't care like how much you like Britt Baker, but she is in no shape to do a title run or anything like that. It's been proven these past few weeks. Every time she stepped in the ring, ever since she came back, she's not good right now. Like really bad. Man, I really hope Mercedes comes out uninjured.
Mm-hmm.
That's my main thing, and I think Mercedes is the correct person to carry the championship, not Britt.
Fully agreed. I have 2 points, and I'm gonna make these very quick.
Yep.
1, AEW. What's up? We know you're listening. Y'all use our talking points from a couple weeks ago on Dynamite.
Oh. What?
I'm just saying.
Somebody listening.
We were the only podcast, and I definitely made sure to check. We were the only podcast talking about Britt being a dentist and a wrestler, and talking about how she, is trying to balance both worlds, and she's not going to be as great as she could be while she's doing that. And who just so happened to say something very similar on Dynamite this week?
What? Who?
Mercedes Mone.
Oh, yeah.
Also, that came out of nowhere because Mercedes had nothing. She was saying nothing about that before. So all I'm saying is, AEW. What up?
Shout your boys out every now and then. Come on.
You know we're here. You know
we're here.
Yeah.
Whoever's writing that story, I know you listening.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
We'll take a little credit. Just a little writing credit. We'll take that. And point 2. I've harped on Britt enough, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take a second to talk about how fantastic Mercedes has been in her role as a heel since that has happened.
Yeah.
Mercedes right now she's just on another level. She is so good right now. She seems so comfortable. She seems like she's having a lot of fun. Camille's been really great for the little bit that we've seen her. Like what they're doing with Mercedes right now is just top notch. And I am very happy to see like one of the greatest wrestlers of this generation just doing her thing and just taking on this and being in like a really weird situation where people were booing her and just taking that in stride and just being a professional. Shout out Mercedes. You are unequivocally one of the greatest wrestlers of this generation. And I am so happy that you're doing such good things right now.
Yeah, same here. She had a match so good, she got the other person a job at WWE.
Not one, a couple people.
Yeah.
But they snatched up that Kerr right away. They didn't even wait.
Yeah. They snatched her up immediately. They literally when the match is done, that's when they snatched her up.
Like they were like WWE was like sitting backstage, like hiding in like a bush that they set up. Like I don't know how they did it. Like the next day she was signed to NXT. It was crazy.
Triple H just jumped out. Hey,
Tony comes back to like, what are you doing back here?
HBK back there.
Picked up Stephanie, ran off. She also showed up. She showed up in Mexico on one a tour show. So they immediately paraded her as soon as they got her. They haven't put her on TV yet, but you know that's neither here nor there. Congrats, Stephanie, on getting the bag. You definitely thank your CEO for doing that for you.
Yeah, thank your CEO.
But yeah, this is all Mercedes. Mercedes should not lose the match. It would be very, 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 very fucking stupid if Mercedes lost this match.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on to the AEW American Championship between champion MJF, MAGA JF, and Will Ospreay. To start this story, we have to start when Ospreay got signed. MJF was not around at the time when Ospreay got like officially signed. He was in there when he had his first match, like officially signed to AEW against Takeshita. And Will Ospreay, as Will Ospreay does, has taken over. Like, you can very well consider Will Ospreay one of the faces of AEW right now. Like, he is positioned very well there.
Oh, easy.
Mm-hmm. And it's been like, it hasn't even been 6 months yet. Like, officially, it hasn't even been 6 months. MJF comes back. Ospreay is the international champion at the time. They kind of go back and forth a little bit. Like we see them kind of bump into each other in the ring. They do a little stare down, like here and there. Eventually, Danny Garcia, who get your bag, bro. Congrats for getting your bag. MJF challenges Danny Garcia to a match at Wembley, but Ospreay comes out and is like, "Hey, you can challenge me for my international championship. Let's do that instead." Because, you know, MJF's a bitch. He didn't say that, but he kind of, his body language said that MJF was a bitch. That led to MJF wrestling Danny Garcia, and that was the last time we saw Daniel Garcia because MJF beat the literal shit out of him. Just took him, gave him a top rope or a middle rope. What was it? Pile driver. Like, it was all bad. Yep. Beat the shit out of him. Eventually, that leads to probably what some consider one of the greatest Dynamite matches of all time between Will Ospreay as the champion against MJF for the International Championship. And in 59 minutes and 58 seconds, MJF wins that match and wins the International Championship. Eventually turns it to the American Championship. Kind of does a little globetrotting thing. Goes to Arena Mexico. Goes to London to wrestle Michael Oku. And they're kind of just doing their thing. We got a segment with Will Ospreay and MJF in the ring. I'm not gonna talk about all of it. MJF is very jealous of Will Ospreay. That is the main takeaway from this. And MJF kind of accidentally said it in that long 20-minute promo.
It was so good.
They love me till you got here. Fantastic. That's really the story. They're going into Wembley for the International Championship. These two do not like each other. It should be a barn burner. It has the potential easily to be match of the night.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I don't have to ask, but I will anyway. Who you got?
Okay. Like, one of the other things that I want to touch on is, so after that part on Dynamite where MJF kind of, he beats up
Ospreay. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
And Ospreay's in the back. Bryan Danielson walks up to him. He's like, "What are you doing?" And before he can answer, he's like, "Do it." And he's like, "Look at me." He's like, "Do it." He's telling him to do the move.
Mm-hmm.
He's giving him permission to do the move.
The move is the Tiger Driver 91. I actually am mad at myself that I didn't even talk about that part of the story at all. Ospreay has been using the Tiger Driver for a little while now. He's hit it on like people like Kenny Omega. He hit it on Taichi in New Japan. And it is a very devastating move where you basically take an opponent, you put them up in the air and just drop them basically on their head and their neck. Once he did it to Danielson, again, it's probably true at this point. I don't think we have to worry about trying to confirm or deny, but Danielson now needs neck surgery. Like, we know he needs neck surgery. He said it himself. So what Prophet said is a very important part of the story that I should have said earlier. But the person that made Ospreay not want to use the Tiger Driver anymore is telling him to use it.
So, just knowing that, MJF's already screwed.
Mm-hmm.
If Will Ospreay uses the Tiger Driver 91, it's over. It's literally, it's in the bag. That match is going to be really goddamn good. Really goddamn good.
Yeah, it is.
So, I'm gonna have to go with the boy Will Ospreay. There's no way he goes against Ricochet next week without a title. Just saying.
Oh, do you think they're just gonna throw it out there? International Championship match, Ospreay and Ricochet on Dynamite. You think they just throw it out there?
Yeah, 1 hour match. First match of fucking Dynamite. He's gonna totally do it. He's 100% gonna do it.
Or are they gonna wait till All In or All Out?
No, they're totally gonna do it.
You think they're gonna do it on Dynamite?
They're gonna do it on Dynamite.
All Out's in like 2 weeks.
Like next week.
Yeah, let them put it on the pay-per-view. Tony Khan, listen to us. Let it go for a week. Put it on All Out. Do not put that shit on Dynamite, please. All Out. Let them go 45 minutes.
You're going to talk about a match being the top, top 5 matches in Dynamite? That's going to be one of the top 5 matches in Dynamite. I don't care what you say. I don't care what anybody says. Ricochet is going to be like, holy fuck, I could do whatever the hell I want now. I'm not constricted anymore. I could do my shit. I could be like what I was before. I could be like one of the best fucking wrestlers in the world again.
That's why I need that to be behind a paywall. They can do not do that Dynamite first, please.
Oh yeah, Ricochet is gonna fucking go. He's gonna go crazy.
He's most likely gonna be the Casino Gauntlet, so he's gonna go crazy there too.
He's gonna go crazy there. Him and Hologram are gonna have a match. I don't care. Everybody getting it.
But please, Tony Khan, please wait until All Out. Please. Do not put that on Dynamite right away. I want to be able to live to All Out. I don't want to have a heart attack in the middle of a Dynamite. Please.
Yeah, the first hour of Dynamite.
I'm just passed out on my couch. Like, no. Give me a week. But yeah, Ospreay. Ospreay is definitely he's taking this. The match is gonna be damn good. Potentially be match of the night. Ospreay's winning that international championship.
Yeah, these next 2 matches could be all like these last 3 matches we have up here could easily be match of the night.
Oh yeah. That's what's scary. That's what's scary about this card.
Oh, that's what's so good about it.
I'm gonna have a heart attack. It's gonna be early too. Like for us, it starts at like 9 a.m. The actual like pay-per-view starts at like 10. Be eating breakfast and watching MJF and Will Ospreay batter each other.
Choke on your Cheerios, man. Stop that,
bro. I'm gonna die. Like they're just gonna kill me. I'm not even gonna be able to make it to All In Texas. I'm just gonna die on Sunday.
Oh man.
You have anything else for this match? It's pretty straightforward. I don't think we have to expand on that. You have anything else though?
No, I just I think it's gonna be damn good.
All right, we'll move on. The next match that we're gonna be talking about is for the AEW Women's World Championship. Easily the best built match of this card. Again, has potential to be match of the night between champion Toni Storm and challenger Mariah May. Not only is this the best built match, it's also the longest built, because Mariah and Toni have been around each other for months. It's not a year yet. It feels like a year, but it's been a long time that they've been around each other. Mariah May's first match in AEW, she was talking about how she wants to be like Toni Storm months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, Mariah gets in there with Toni Storm and Big Luther. Toni Storm isn't really fucking with Mariah like that. She doesn't even know she exists. At some point in there, Mariah May starts using Toni Storm's entrance music, her old entrance music, and her old ring gear. And then that's when Toni Storm, who was a heel at the time, was not a good guy, was like, "Oh, you're a spitting image of me." Eventually, the act got really over. Toni becomes a hero, a babyface. Mariah May joins her, still using the Toni Storm entrance in Toni Storm gear. We have like people like Mina Shirakawa comes in, who knows Mariah May, who wrestles Toni Storm for the World Championship. Mariah May is there for every single championship opportunity to be there with Toni Storm. They're cheering her on, being just a great backup, to the point where Toni eventually starts loving Mariah May. Toni uses her influence as a champion to get Mariah May into the Owen Hart Cup. Mariah May enters, starts being a little aggressive towards everybody, wins the Owen Hart Cup. They hug. They're so excited. Toni's very excited to wrestle Mariah at Allin. They're happy. This is going to be Mariah's homecoming. Mariah sprints up to to get the title and blasts Toni Storm with it immediately. And then beats the ever-loving shit out of Toni Storm with her own stiletto. She throws Luther off the stage. Mariah May goes insane, to the point where now she's coming out to her own music. She has her own gear again. She's actively mocking Toni Storm. She's been doing Toni Storm movies. She does some promo. She does like Toni Storm. She's dressed up like timeless Toni Storm. A lot is going on. Toni and Mariah can't be in the same place together. Whenever they are in the same place together, they kill each other.
It's on site.
Their first interaction after this was Mariah May won a match. Toni Storm shows up. She's dressed in all black, like she's in a funeral. And they go at it immediately. They get separated. And what Toni Storm says, still, like, I'm actually, like, legitimately, I'm not even kidding. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. That's how much I love this storyline.
Yeah.
Toni Storm yells in the mic, "Are you willing to die? Because I am." And they have been having a blood feud ever since. Toni's now back to, like, she's more where she is now, where she's not wearing the all black anymore. She's coming out with the black and white stuff now again. But she's ready to kill Mariah. And Mariah, in turn, is also ready to kill Toni. This has the potential to be match of the night. Prophet, who you got?
Who do I got?
Who you got?
This is the hardest one on the card.
I think we're going to disagree.
I think we're going to disagree too.
Yeah. Who do you got?
This is the hardest one on the card.
Mm-hmm.
The way this is built and all that stuff. Ooh. All right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put Mariah May.
Oh, shit. Why Mariah?
So I think, oh man, there's just so much to this I think the title is going to rubber band, right? So I think on this, I think that, you know, because you got to think of the end of that movie of, you know, kind of like they're acting out the storyline. The villain wins.
Yeah.
Oh. Mariah being the villain. And all the other thing too, Toni's had that title for a long time.
Yeah.
She's had it for a while.
Yeah, she has.
I feel like they're ready to pull the trigger on Mariah May and make her the women's champion. Like, but at the same time, I can see it going either way. I can see Toni Storm keeping the title, but for the sake of this, for this card and the magnitude of this card and how well the story was built and everything, you know, about it, I think it's a good time to, you know, put the title on Mariah May, because I think she'd be like a good representation of you know how the division is now. And yeah, I really feel like they're going to put the title on her. Which is fantastic. Either way, it's fantastic.
Whew. Yeah. Yeah, this one's difficult. Because, like you said, I can also see Mariah May winning this match. They're at Wembley. You know what I mean? That's Mariah's home.
Yeah.
I don't think Mariah's gonna get like cheered or anything like that. I don't think it's gonna be anything like that. But if you want to crown someone, and if you wanted to move this division forward, which again, I think they've already done a fantastic job moving this division forward to begin with. You could easily put the title on Mariah May.
Yeah, easy.
But you can also have this feud going either way. Toni can win this, and they can do something to where we get a rematch at like All Out or something. That's why this match is so hard to pick, because I don't think this feud is ending here.
No,
there's no way.
No. That's why I can see Mariah May winning, and then the rubber band matches are like All Out or something.
This is what makes it hard for me right now. Toni has had the championship for a long time. You mentioned that. I think Toni Storm, this run, has the potential to be, if it's not already, people might think this already, but this run has the potential to be the greatest AEW Women's World Championship run to date.
Oh, easy. I
Easily.
I already think it is. Like, who? Oh, okay. Like, let's think objectively. Who has had a better run?
The only person I can think of is probably like Shida, but even then, you kind of have to. As great as her run is, I think she's still the longest reigning AEW Women's Champion. It was in front of like no fans.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, so she just had, was it two? Or was it 2 or 3?
Maybe, I think 3.
3, right?
Yeah, her and Toni had 3.
They both had 3. Like, yeah, you look at all the other champions. What we had, Jamie Hayter. Unfortunately, hers was cut short, or it would be up there easily. Actually, it's still up there because she's better. It was better than Britt Baker's.
I mean, easily, yeah.
You know, Nyla Rose's run was pretty good.
I liked her as champion.
Riho's run was all right.
Like she was inaugural, right? She was the first. So like there wasn't really at that time wasn't really a lot of women in the division to give Riho the matches that she should have had.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it was all right. But it's different. It would be different now with the level of, you know, of the women's division now. So yeah, it would for sure be different. but for what it was okay. I'm trying to think. Did I miss one?
You did. Let me see if you can guess her. She won the title last year at Allin.
Oh, Mariah.
Yep.
Of course. Yeah. Well, that tells you how much, how forgettable that run was.
Yeah, not a great run.
So, yeah, easily Toni Storm has the best run, and then it's like Sheeta, and then you can pick whoever you want after that, like Sheeta, and then Jamie Hayter or Nyla Rose.
Mm-hmm. That's why to that point, that's why I kind of don't want to see it end yet, because I think Toni still has so much more to do here. Fuck, who am I gonna pick? Oh my god.
Man, you gotta lock it in.
I don't. Okay, so I can't think with my head on this one. I gotta go with what I think my heart wants. I don't want to see Toni lose the title yet, so I think I have to pick Toni Storm. I think I have to lock in Toni.
Lock her in.
Yeah, just for the fact that I don't want to see her lose yet. I think the match is gonna be fantastic. I think Mariah is also ready, so I wouldn't be mad if Mariah won the title. Like, I wouldn't be mad at all. I think it would be great. But I don't know if I want Toni Storm to lose the title yet. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah, like Toni Storm's been so damn good.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna stay locked in. I'm gonna say Toni.
Locked in? Okay.
I'm locked in. As much as I don't want to get off of this match, we have to get to the main event of Allin Wembley Stadium 2024.
Mm-hmm.
And is for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. The champion, Swerve Strickland, who we've been talking about throughout this episode, will be facing Bryan Danielson, who we have also been talking about throughout this episode. But there's a catch. It is a title versus a career match. If Swerve wins, Danielson himself said that he's going to retire. It's nothing going to happen if Swerve loses. He just loses the championship. Like, nothing there. Danielson has already said that that his family's going to be there, including his 7-year-old daughter, who people have been joking on Twitter has the potential to get booed out of the building because people don't want to see Danielson lose or leave or retire, and the main reason he's doing it is because of his daughter. And his daughter apparently doesn't like wrestling. So there's like this whole thing. I think it's a joke. I don't think people are actually going to do this. But people are saying like she's going to get booed out of the building like John Cena did in 2006 against RVD.
No, it ain't going to be like that.
I don't think so. It's funny to think about, but I don't think that's going to happen. To break down the story, this one's actually it should be simple if people pay attention to what was happening on the screen. Danielson won the Owen Hart Cup for the men. Like Mariah, the winner of the Owen Hart Cup gets to wrestle the champion, the World Heavyweight Champion, at Allin. Danielson won. Danielson was very happy. Danielson was very ecstatic to win the Owen Hart Cup. He was ready to, I guess he was ready to wrestle. He kind of was like out, because we already know at this point, he said last year he had one more year left to be a full-time wrestler. That year is up. Like, it's up now. We are at the point right now where Danielson already said he was going to be a part-time wrestler. He's already said it.
Yeah.
Danielson has beaten Swerve before. We haven't really talked about that before. They've wrestled before. Danielson's won the matches before. So Swerve has been very, very vindictive in this whole situation. Swerve has always been gray. He has never really been a good guy. We've said that on multiple weeks. But he's really turned up the aggression here. He hasn't been this aggressive since Hangman. He's gone after Danielson's family, which he's done before. That's not new. He's gone after Danielson's BCC members in Wheeler Yuta. Beat the shit out of Wheeler Yuta in a match. While Danielson was front row watching the match, just cheering for Yuta. Swerve has been doing a lot because Danielson he seemed kind of checked out. Like, it's been, like, Eddie Kingston mentioned it, Jeff Jarrett mentioned it, that it seems like Danielson has, like, one foot out the door. Like, he's already ready to retire. Danielson's kind of been, like, aloof a little bit. Like, he's had interviews with, like, Jim Ross, and he talked more about his retirement and being happy to see JR than the potential of winning the AEW World Championship. So Swerve has been kind of, like, picking at Danielson. And picking. 2 weeks ago, after he beat the shit out of Wheeler Yuta, talked shit about Danielson's family, saying he's going to cripple him. Saying he's going to cripple Danielson in front of his family at Wembley. Danielson, he kind of looked pissed, but he wasn't really that pissed until Swerve hit him with the house call. Dead right inside of his head.
Yep.
At that point, Danielson has woken up. Danielson comes out this week, and they were supposed to do a face-to-face between Swerve and Danielson. Danielson ran to the ring, did not pick up a mic, and hit Swerve with the Busaiku knee. The first time that Danielson has hit Swerve in this whole thing, by the way. Danielson called himself the best fucking wrestler on the planet, which, goddamn right.
Yep.
And he said he's winning that AEW World Championship. He's awake now. This is the American Dragon that we knew, that we love. But he had to get there, which we explained last week in heavy detail last week. So we don't have to get more into that. But now Danielson's awake. He's ready. He has the potential to beat Swerve for the World Championship. Swerve has the potential to retire one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Literally one of the GOATs. Prophet.
Yo.
Who you got?
All right, man. So, one of the interesting things in that promo this week, is Swerve was kind of dead set. He was like, yo, Brian, I'm going to get you there because you ain't going to take this from me.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to take this from me. So, this one's a hard one. See, I could see Bryan Danielson winning.
Yeah.
I can really see him winning. And then maybe losing it all out or something. But I could see him winning. It does nothing to Swerve. Right?
Not at all.
He does a couple of title defenses and then all out. Swerve gets his rematch and then, he wins and Bryan rides off into the sunset. But it puts Bryan in that world title class. He's one of the people of the world title lineage. Kind of why TK made Sting take the tag team championship with Darby.
Even though Sting didn't even want to do it at all.
Nope, and TK is like, "You're winning. Have fun." You're winning till you retire.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna retire undefeated. So there you go. But from the Casino Gauntlet match, Hangman is gonna win. But you know what? There's something else I thought of.
Go for it.
And I'm gonna lock this in right now.
Oh, okay. I'm ready for it.
So, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson's gonna win.
Oh.
Hangman keeps saying in all of his promos that he wants to take everything from him pretty much at Wembley. He wants to take everything away from him at Wembley. I feel like Hangman's going to show up during the match when Swerve is about to win. Hangman's going to show up and fuck Swerve up.
Screw him out of the title, huh?
He's going to screw him out of the title. Danielson's going to win.
That's interesting.
And then I feel like Swerve is going to get his rematch. Get the title back. And like all out.
With your scenario, that could be like a three-way thing. It could be like a after Danielson wins the title, it could be because if let me restart because I'm just rambling now. If Hangman wins and he screws Swerve, Danielson and Hangman can have the match at All Out, and they can just add Swerve to that, just like they did for the last match from a few months ago with Samoa Joe.
Yep.
So it could easily be a three-way at All Out.
Very easily.
But where do we know where Danielson is when it comes to him wrestling going forward? Do we know? I don't like talking about backstage stuff because, you know, that kind of defeats the purpose. Do you think that he's ready to fully retire?
Possibly. Like, he's probably, you know, or go part-time, right? Like, if he really, you know, he probably really does need to get his neck fixed up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the case. Like, you know, he's going to have to take a whole lot of time off.
Yeah, he is.
And then, even then, like, you know, some of those neck surgeries, once you get it done, you ain't moving the same way, right?
Yeah.
And plus, like, around, you know, I think Danielson's around my age. Like, he's 40 something.
Mm-hmm.
He's in his 40s. So it ain't going to be healing fast.
Danielson's taking a lot of damage to his body too. Like, yeah, a lot of damage.
I could for sure see, like, you know, him being like a big presence backstage though. Like being that guy backstage and maybe, you know, getting in there every now and then, but not full time.
Mm-hmm. This is what is interesting to me about this match. Danielson has gone on record. We've heard him say it before that he doesn't want to be world champion. But we also have record of people like Tony Khan saying, "Fuck what you want. You're gonna be a champion whether you like it or not." Sting.
Yeah.
It would be a crime if Danielson was in AEW for all this time and never won the world championship.
Yeah.
But like with Tony Storm, I don't think I want to see Swerve lose the championship anytime soon. I think there could be a potential where even if Swerve does lose it, he gets it back in like a month for sure. That is very very likely to happen. But I'm not sure I want to see the world title get. It wouldn't even really be hot potatoed, but I don't want to see it get passed around immediately like that. At the same time, we've talked about it. I think we talked about it when the match was announced. I also don't want to see Danielson fully retire. Danielson is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. He inspired this generation. Literally inspired this generation. You have a lot of Bryan Danielson copies running around right now in the indies in AEW. Losing Danielson right now would be such a huge blow. Plus, we would have never seen him be AEW world champion, not even for a day.
Yeah.
So I'm conflicted, just as much as I was with Toni and Mariah. I think I would like to see Danielson win this match, though. Because I think I would like to see Danielson, even if it's for a short time. I think I want to see Danielson as world champion. It's not going to do anything to Swerve. Swerve is going to be fine, even if he loses this match. I would like to see if Swerve does lose this match, I would like to see him get the title back before the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Or either that or Hangman has it and we get the program that we've all been waiting for. Swerve and Hangman for the world title. Either one of them could be world champion. It doesn't matter. We need that program.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna lock in Danielson. I could have done Swerve just to have like a little bit of a difference, but I gotta be honest with myself. Just like I was with Toni and Mariah. I would love to see either one of them win, but the potential of Danielson never wrestling again, and knowing Danielson, he would keep his word. He wouldn't be like a Ric Flair or anything like that, where he would go to another place and just wrestle. We would never see him in a ring again. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
So I'm picking Danielson.
Well, like Swerve said, if he tried to sneak out and get the itch and wrestle in another place, he's going to be there.
He going to beat him up.
He's not taking it from Swerve.
But yeah, man, I think these last two matches were definitely the hardest ones to pick. Just because of honestly, like, sentimental value for both. Toni Storm and Mariah May has the potential to rival some of the greatest stories in AEW. I'm talking about Elite versus Hangman type shit. Like, and Swerve and Danielson has the potential to be the most gut-wrenching match of all time. Because Danielson could literally fucking retire. But yeah, that's it. I think I'm done. Danielson.
Okay. Danielson, are you sure?
No, but I'm gonna keep it locked in.
What? See, look, watch. See, I can do this, and then we it's covered. Somebody went for Swerve.
Oh no, it's fine. We don't have to switch it up. You can say Danielson. We'll keep this where it is, because I think even though we do disagree on some of them, I'd rather us be honest than try to do like I'm a pick just because, you know.
Hey, like, that was my first pick. Because one of these times, Chris Statlander is going to come through for me.
And watch it not be this time either. I'm telling you, they listened to us and they said, "Oh, Chris? Nah, Willow's picking instead."
Well, yeah.
But man, that's the All Out card. Do you have any final thoughts about this card? We're a couple days away. This is gonna be going up on Saturday, probably early in the morning. You have any thoughts?
I think my overall thought is just this card is so damn good, and I know there's probably going to be 2 or 3 other 0-hour matches are going to get added. So, yeah, just overall, it's going to be a great card. There's all these matches have like great potential to be like, just like all-star matches.
Yeah.
So,
there's really not a bad match on this card. There really isn't.
Nope.
But yeah, man, that's it. I agree with you. I'm very excited to watch this. I'm happy that they went back to Wembley, but I am so excited for them to be in Texas for All In next year. I want to go so bad. Oh, I want to go so bad.
They're going to be in Texas for All In, and it looks like so they were putting up the things where I guess they're probably going to announce it on the show, but they already have their little banner things up that Forbidden Door is going to be in Wembley next year. Or is either Wembley or somewhere in London?
It's somewhere in London for sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Wembley again.
Next year.
Yeah. Forbidden Door in Wembley. And then a year after that, they're coming back for All In.
they're also going to be doing a show in the Tokyo Dome January 5th.
Yeah.
AEW is going worldwide. They're not even a 10-year-old wrestling company. They're going worldwide. They're going to be in the Tokyo Dome. They're going to run Wembley twice. They're going to be doing a stadium show here. Like you don't have to like AEW, and God knows I have some problems with AEW myself. If you listen to the podcast, you know. But you got to be really happy that we have multiple worldwide wrestling companies that you can go, you can watch, you can enjoy. It's such a good time to be a wrestling fan right now, and I stress people not to take that for granted, because this is something that I thought as a child I would never see again after WCW went out. Just enjoy this, even if you don't like AEW, if you don't like WWE, whatever. Just take the time to sit and just enjoy this shit, bro. Because this is such a good time in wrestling. Stop arguing. Stop being idiots online. Watch your wrestling. Have fun. Go outside.
Yeah. And yeah, but watch wrestling. Just watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Watch. Don't be afraid to watch other shows. You never know. You might fucking like it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm just going to tell you guys right now, the best show that doesn't get enough credit, one of the best shows on best wrestling shows is TNA.
Yeah, it's been pretty good.
They don't get a whole lot of credit, but I'm gonna shout them out right now. Shout out to TNA. They got some good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it why people like don't watch it because of old TNA. Certain people fucking damn near killed that company.
Yeah.
Mr. 83 Weeks. Oh no.
We'll get to him soon.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna tear that guy a new asshole. But yeah, like, maybe shit, even take a risk and watch GCW from your TV. Don't go to a GCW show.
Oh yeah, don't do that. But definitely enjoy GCW. GCW is fun.
Yeah, no, I would love to go to one of their shows, but I'm afraid I'm gonna get hit by glass, dude. So yeah, if I get hit by a glass tube from fucking what's his name? A part of a glass tube from God, what is that guy's name?
My boy Nick Gage?
Yeah, Nick Gage. Hey, I love Nick Gage, man. That he's a psychopath, but he's like, sound like, like outside, he sounds like one of the coolest people. So yeah, no.
He's awesome.
Shout out to Nick. Shout out to that guy, man. He's cool. But he's in the ring. He's a fucking monster.
Yeah, he is.
Hitting people with glass tubes, like stabbing them with them and shit. He's a monster. But yeah, no, just like explore wrestling. Don't get stuck and watch one thing. Right? Watch some New Japan. It's another style of wrestling that, is different from all the other ones. It's different from AEW, it's different from WWE. It's different from TNA, different from GCW. It's its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like even Pro Wrestling Noah, watch wrestling. That's all I can really say is just watch some wrestling. Don't watch one. Try to experiment and watch it all.
Yeah, find some things you like. Just enjoy wrestling. That's if you made it this far in the podcast, just remember that online shit is just online shit. Don't worry about any of that. Enjoy wrestling.
Yeah. And don't be afraid to like what you like.
Exactly. Prophet, take us home.
All right, guys. Once again, thank you guys for listening to the podcast. We really appreciate it. For sure. I want to say, just again, thank you. And do us a favor, hit that like button. And if you, have something to say, something to say in the comments so we can mention it back to you, or, do a comment on one of our videos, for sure comment and subscribe because it helps us out. And Thank you guys for everything. And I want to shout out to my friend Chuck that sent me that video earlier. The shit was hilarious.
Shout out Chuck.
And yeah, man. Let's get out of here. Follow back at us.
Later, y'all.
Later.